Hey everyone. I'm going to be doing some commentary over a really great match that I had, while also giving my thoughts on Dying Light Bad Blood, a standalone battle royale game Techland is calling a brutal royale, which is awesome phrasing, by the way. The game is currently in Steam Early Access, and it's one of those games that feels finished from the start. So I'm actually excited to see how they will improve and add to the game before they release it in full. Dying Light Bad Blood is PvP meets PvE. There's a gameplay loop of collecting samples, finding and upgrading weapons, killing boss zombies for armor, and then outliving and outkilling your opponents to then extract via a chopper. But how you start a match is the smartest thing. You just kind of drop in. There's no plane, there's no parachute, there's no glider. Each player is placed equidistant from one another so that situations where you land on top of another player won't prematurely end their time in the game. Games are generally short. A match will last 10 to 15 minutes depending on the cadence of the match and how players are playing. There's some really smart ideas here. Firstly, having the player cap set to 12 players only is basically perfect because there's a low player ceiling, so you always find a match. There's a casual mode for being able to play with your friends. I'm not sure of the technical or design reason why you can't do that in normal mode, but I'm glad that it exists in some other capacity. It's not currently implemented now, but there is a ranked mode coming, and that could be really interesting. Techland's Dying Light, the single-player game, is brilliant, and it's easily one of my favorites. Basically, all the parkour and combat abilities are present, even that step-up jump as you press your shoes against the zombie's face for extra height thing. This happens often. You'll kind of come across these hives, and sometimes it won't seem like there's anything there until you get close, and then they really start to come out of the woodwork. I really like that when you're extracting samples, you can look around as, a way of not getting surprised by any other player who might come across you. You actually have, more looking space to see around the periphery. The ambient noises in this game are rather terrifying. You hear other hives moving around. You can hear other players extremely well, and even the HUD kind of serves as a visual sensor to the audio. So this hive has two spitters, which is not the best. I kind of freak out here and switch to my fist for whatever reason. So I actually took out both of these guys. You'll see that the one that I threw the Molotov on just died out. So now it's a little bit easier to clear out this hive than it was when I first arrived. You'll see in the upper left-hand corner there's kind of a leaderboard of top players. This doesn't indicate how many players are left. That's a supply drop. It's going to be marked on the map, so everybody on the map is going to see this, but since I felt like I was super close to it, I decided to run to it first. I kind of paused here because I thought these were 3 players just standing around it, and it didn't make any kind of sense. But this is just another element of the PvE and the AI. I get to some dangerously low health here trying to engage with these guys. I thought for sure I was going to die, but I didn't end up dying, spoiler. But I definitely engaged these guys for far too long. And what's kind of amazing is that I'm doing this and no other player has come for the supply drop. I haven't picked it up yet. I'm out of stamina and I need to regain my health. Dodge that. And I realize I have knives. But then all of a sudden there's 2 more of these guys here. So I just realized that health is more important than that drop. So I need to be smart about this and be on the lookout for medicine and ways to get myself healed up. I don't know about you, but I was on board from the moment this game was announced. I got access to the global playtests, and it pretty much confirmed how special and unique this game is. The smaller scale battle royale just feels really good, and putting that in Dying Light's world is just remarkable, and this game just looks amazing and plays amazing. So I start to upgrade my weapons based on the things that I'm picking up here, because I know that I'm going to start getting into some fights here, and I'm going to need the weapons to be stronger and more powerful. You'll see in the upper left-hand corner I've kind of fallen off the leaderboard. I'm level 3, almost level 4. And you start to see a player showing up kind of in the game world. That's because he's reached level 5 and the helicopter has arrived. But he's not going to be able to board until everyone's dead. So I'm starting to hear some noises around me that sound like other players, so I'm kind of being a little bit more cautious about my movement. So I turn around because I thought I heard something, and sure enough there's a guy here, and we get into the expected scuffle. I pulled out my katana with it, which is an orange weapon, and I stupidly do a jump kick that should have gotten me killed, but luckily didn't. So now I'm able to grab all of his items and equipment and samples and level up that way. So now I know that I need to get myself towards the chopper. My health is dangerously low yet again, so I've got to find a way to heal myself and get there in order to be competitive. There's a landmine there that I don't pick up, but I've already got 2 on me plus a Molotov, which I'm already pre-selecting. I missed the slide, but you kind of have to understand at this point, like, the tension in this game is becoming palpable. My heart is starting to kind of increase its tempo and beat a little bit harder. I'm hoping these guys are in a fight, and I can hear that right now. So I know I've got my Molotov selected, so I go ahead and throw it, trying to get both. But Horror Movie actually killed the other guy, so it's just me and him at this point, and I've got him on the ropes. I'm stunned at this point. I can't believe I've killed this guy. My heart is pounding out of my chest at this point. I need to collect these samples to get to level 5 so I can extract, but I'm just super confused. I still think there's another player here for some reason. I go over my own mind and nearly kill myself. I get this message saying I'm being hunted, which is weird because I thought I killed everybody, so now I think there's somebody else here. So I'm panicking, I'm looking around, I'm trying to use the sensor, figure things out. And I look up and I realize it says I can board the helicopter. And I win. I evacuated. I encourage anyone who's played Dying Light to pick up Bad Blood. If you haven't played Dying Light but enjoy Battle Royale games, you'll absolutely enjoy Dying Light Bad Blood. Thanks for watching, and I'll put links in the description, and I'll see you next time.